Farlanders. My name is Kurt. My name is Kurt. My name is Kurt. Welcome back to Farlands or Bust. That's right. It is June 6th, 2025. It's been so long. It's been nearly a week. Why? Why? Oh. Why? Why has it been nearly a week, Wolfie? I'll give you a clue. It rhymes with Scromscrast. Let's continue west to the Farlands while we can. Here in Minecraft Beta 173, the world save is at 76,918.28 megabytes. And indeed. Remember what was it? Well, the 31st was like the last stream. I think it was the 28th. We did the stream the 28th. That's a bed, not a boat. And a skeleton attacked me, and then I lost the internet immediately. And also even the last one, there were like a couple times where I've lost. Basically, this past month, or more than a month, it's been almost forever, it feels like, where there would just be like random drops of internet connectivity. Hold that thought. I need to take drugs. I do.
Timo Warner gifted a Tier 1 sub to Artimo. They have given 710 gift subs in the channel.
Artimo? What time is it? It's Artimo. Thank you for the gift sub. Timo Warner. Anyway, I got a notification that Xfinity Comcast was doing network maintenance, like on the 28th, overnight, and then I got a text saying it was complete, and ever since then, problems. Many problems. To the point where we couldn't stream. I've attempted streams, and we could not stream.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
Was that drugs for temporal distortion?
It was. It was temporal distortion drugs. For my TD. TD's nuts. No, sorry. I need wood? Kind of. Yeah, long story short, we've always hated Comcast, but for the most part, it's the only option I've had for the longest time. But anyway, just so many problems. Staying on the internet, being on the internet, slow internet, losing the internet entirely. Got to the point where I couldn't even like watch YouTube, our evening YouTube and Star Trek watching. But we finally had a Comcast tech come out. And they were here for 2.5 hours. And they were confused, which is never a good sign when it's something they've never seen before. Is that lava? I feel like that might be lava. Or it's just a cave. Deceptive. They replaced my modem. He replaced all the, like, connectors at, like, the main junction at the house. inside the house through the wall, because we live in such an old house. They basically just ran the cable outside and then went through a hole in the outside wall to the inside. Went ahead and in hour 2 of the service call, climbed up the telephone pole where the cable goes out to the cable, connected to that, and was testing that, and replaced that connector. And it's extremely intermittent if you've watched one of my streams. But of course, he was listening with his fancy doodads and listening devices, and everything would seem fine, and then it would be like packet loss, packet loss, packet loss. And then fine. So, it's incredibly... Did I throw away a bed? I did throw away a bed. Where did that end up and why? Right there? Oh, I might have eaten that. When did I do that? Oh, there it is. What am I doing throwing out beds? In this economy? Well, anyway, he spent a lot of time and was very helpful. And I'm sure it had nothing to do with the fact that he was a fan of Minecraft YouTubers. After I said, well, the reason I noticed that I keep losing connection moments at a time and intermittently is because I stream. Oh, what do you stream? Mostly Minecraft. Oh, you know about Tango Tech? You ever heard of, you're on any SMP servers? Like, what's the one? Hermitcraft? I'm like, no, I know a lot of the Hermitcraft guys. I'm not active anymore, but I was on, and I got to use the line, and I mentioned this already, but I got to use the line. You ever heard of Mind Crack? And sure enough, oh, you were on Mind Crack? Wait a minute, what's your name? I'm like, I'm kind of low-key about it. I don't go around advertising. But I'm Kurt J. Mac. Oh! You're Kurt J. Mac? Sorry, I'm like, I don't mean to be a little starstruck there. You ever seen UHC? I don't think, I'm pretty sure he wasn't really a Kurt J. Mac viewer, because I did have to explain that I'm walking to the Farlands, and because he's like, oh, what do you think about the new Minecraft summer drops? I'm like, what the heck's a summer drop? I don't play this version of the game. He was a Vintage Beef fan, or at least I don't know about a fan, but I mentioned, I'm like, well, yeah, I don't play Minecraft anymore, but every once in a while we can get beef to play Wreckfest or something. Well, that's probably just in the mind crack sphere is how he heard Kurt J. Mac. So, yeah, I'm sure that had nothing to do with the lengths he was going towards trying to fix my internet. But even after the service call, he like said he was going to check my neighbors' connections who also have Comcast. And he called me and was like, yeah, they have, they also are showing weird drops and outages, same as you. I'm like, maybe we should have started with that. Looks like he fixed it. Well, the story's not over, my friends. The story is not over. Because he said he would escalate it to a line tech, which are the people that, like, he works on just like the line to the house and like the house internet. The line techs, I guess, work with the main line and the hubs and transmission and stuff like that. And the girlfriend said the next day that she saw a Comcast van driving down our alleyway. I don't know if that was the line tech or something unrelated. But it was not fixed. It was not fixed yesterday. I even switched from routing through my Google Wi-Fi system to just directly linking into the Comcast modem. That didn't work. And even as of this morning, I've been using this like ping software, ping plotter software. Free 14-day trial. And just like that was that weird chart that I posted in Discord. Oop, that's not a bed. It just does continuous pinging. I'm like pinging the Google DNS servers, the Comcast DNS servers, and like Twitch. And big red bars means the internet connection down. So yeah, even as of this morning, it was not looking good. So I came home from walking Juno. And I set up the ping thing. And it was stable.
When I stroke the beard thusly, do I not appear more intellectual?
One ping only, Vasily.
One ping only, Vasily. Jinglestog. Thank you for 84 months in the subtub. Subtub. And I still have disconnects when I'm like trying to watch, like we were trying to watch Twin Peaks yesterday, and it's just like kept disconnecting. So yeah, this is the most stable it's been. Like it was stable for 10 minutes, so I'm like, I guess I'm gonna try streaming. And so far, it is maintained. But that is of no matter, because it turns out I do have a choice. So next week is the earliest appointments they had available. We are allegedly going to get set up for fiber internet. It's too late, Comcast. I feel like this wasn't an option when I moved in here, because I feel like I definitely would have searched for something other than Comcast. And then I just like never thought to try again until I started having all these problems. That explains why it works now. Right, yeah, because I have already put a down payment on the fiber installation. No, but I don't know. I'm not... It doesn't matter, because at least, if anything, even if Comcast fixes the internet, they still have that stupid data cap that I almost ran into last month, or the month before last, April, when trying to download all my VODs from Twitch before they got deleted. So that's a reason enough to try to switch. The same tech. My father switched ISPs, and the same tech guy put in the new one as did the previous one. Well, yeah, I mean they're usually contractors. Although this guy had like an Xfinity van and T-shirt, so I'm assuming they're a captive contractor to Comcast. A CCC, if you will, a triple C. So yeah, that's exciting and or terrifying. I don't know what's involved. I know they have to like run a line, but like I said, we have this very old house. Hopefully they don't want to like drill holes in the walls, and we can just like use the hole that's already there for the coax cable or something. I don't know what to expect. They dug a very tiny trench and stuffed the cable in. Right, I guess I'm more thinking about the actual, like, where the cable go in the house. Oh, that is lava. Like, I don't even know where the cable come from. Because, like I said, nothing is underground here. All of our power and cable and phone is all in the sky. In the air. I would be surprised. I would not be surprised, but I would be surprised if that's where the fiber come from. Because I've not seen, like, anything on the ground new around here. Most places route to a box in your garage. Good news, my garage is not connected to my house. A box near your other utility meters. Well, I mean, that's where the junction box for the cable is. But again, the cable comes from the power line. You have a basement. I guess then where do I connect to it? Is what I need to know. We do have a basement, and that's where our main power... what are those switches called? You know, the switches. The doohickey. Fuse box, thank you. Circuit breaker, fuse box, breaker box. Fuse box, circuit breaker, breaker box. Yeah. I mean, I feel like they wouldn't go through there. That's probably not to code, but also it's a basement. It's like a half basement. Like a 50% underground, 50% above ground basement. Concrete. I think fiber cables can be pulled through already laid pipes. Well, that's the other thing. We don't have pipes. There are no pipes here. Remember, we're knob and switch. Switch and tube. Knob and tube. We just got bare-ass wires dangling in the attic. Ping and plot. Oh yeah, I don't know. I'll find out next week when they come to install it. I'm just I'm still like, I'm not canceling Comcast obviously until this works, because I'm kind of like half worried that they're gonna come here and be like, oh yeah, we can't wire this up. Sure, it said so that this was available on the internet, but I had to pay for the line from the road to my house. My HOA required it. Well, yeah, this company said that they, like, $0 installation fees, they'll cover the first $1,500 of, like, if they have to, like, run line to the house or something. Which, if it is, like, at the main road, I think it would be well under that. If they don't run a line, will they give you $1,500? I have no idea. That's like my dad's in Illinois got fiber, and he said they just like the installer like just installed the line and just like laid the cable like on the ground, and was like, well, I'm not the one who buries the cable. And so they had like a special separate guy come out there, and like my dad was ready to like see what they would do, and they just like cut a path through the his grass, his sod, and then just like tucked it under the sod. And like that's all they did. He's like, oh well, I could have done that. Thought you were gonna, like, do something special. Could have put it in a pipe. I guess they didn't. There was no pipe. Oh, as far as the story I heard my dad tell. This is hearsay. The plan is to tear down all the copper by 2030, so they are cheapening on fiber installation. Yeah, I mean, that was the plan. Now Tweedledee and Tweedledum are canceling all the plans and low-income, high-speed network grants and things. Giving all the money, well, they were. Who knows what's happening anymore? Giving all the money to Starlink instead. Ah, I fell off my boat. I'm stuck under the boat. Indeed. So, that has been the saga, and why I've attempted to stream, but have been thwarted multiple times. Oh, okay. This is going to be a non-traditional hidey hole. Good times. Good times indeed. But yeah, like I said, that was 2.5 hours. Are we muted? I can't hear you guys, but that's on purpose. I wouldn't want that on my worst enemy.
I will not be silenced.
Dang it, they found a workaround. How's your real job going? This, well, up until the 28th of May was my real job. My main bread maker, my bread kneader. My dough scraper. My yeast proofer. You do science trees as a hobby. Yeah, that's my paid hobby. God, I don't even remember what I've been up to since the last we spoke. Cone Dodger has a story. Recent fun internet issue was our modem dying, which involved taking it to a store to get it changed out. Did you get bear hugged from behind by a complete stranger? Which of course closed all the local ones. 45 minutes. Wait an hour. Oh, yeah, because they also are selling phones. Fart Guts was able to score a $1,400 steel case chair for $200. This feels like an ad. Can you get me one? The girlfriend needs... She's just using a dining table chair and a dining table as a desk. Aerial fiber on the Discord. So it's still... It's just run like a wire from the telephone pole. What was I saying? Forgot what I was saying. I was trying to think of what I was doing at work recently. That was the day, that was a little bit ago, but that was those peonies are all open and past their prime. We had to, that's what really messed up my back, was weeding the peony fields. Pulling weeds. And that's also where we do science. The girlfriend inspects the peony stems, each and every one, and then I count how many have a particular type of stem fungus among us. That usually takes 3 or 4 days continuously. Yeah, I guess we were there was another peony experiment where we had to like clip ones that are at a certain age, about 100 of each variety. We're doing that science. Whoa. And we're planting more trees. That's what I think caused my allergies. The day after I plant trees, because we have like hundreds of leftover trees, but we can't just keep them in the freezer. So we gotta put them in pots. That's what I did yesterday. Is the girlfriend doing PhD? No. I mean, she's considering doing additional school. But we're both just like helpers. I don't know, non-academic hard labor. Is who we are. A tree in the freezer? No, I mean, do trees die over the winter? It just keeps them dormant. I think the word you're looking for is employees. I mean, we did get a tour. There's another, like, section that's doing soil research. And they're doing research on, like, different types of compost piles. And they have this whole setup with a mass spectrometer and fans and tubes and ducts. And they're testing the emissions from different types of commercial or agricultural or residential compost and the types of pollutants and nasty things that may or may not be hazardous. And yeah, there's a whole series of computers and charts. You have your dissertation in 3 weeks. What are you dissertating? Is that the word? You better know if it's a word if you're trying to get a PhD. Oh, we got more truck problems. The differentiation of corneal endothelial cells from pluripotent stem cells. To cure blindness, I can see! That's pretty crazy. Any research on mushrooms on trees? I mean, no, but kind of. Like, there's fungus research. That was another thing. We had to plant more stuff in those pots. And oh yeah, that was a whole day experience. The girlfriend is the only one who's licensed in herbicide, fungicide, pesticide. She had to mix up all the batches of testing the different brands and types of fungicide, and then you dip the roots of the tiny plants in there. And then we're going to test. And we're going to inoculate them. We're going to give them the disease, the fungus, and then see which works. So, not necessarily mushrooms, but funguses. I mean, there do tend to end up a lot of mushrooms around the fields we work. Well, if I didn't say it, and I know I didn't, good luck, Recordable 88. On your dissertation. Dessert. Oh, mushrooms on trees. I get it. I thought that was an actual question, but I understand now. Because of the Minecraft that we're playing. Listen, I'm like half keeping an eye on the internet. It has been a while since I've even played this video game. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, what am I doing? Oh. I'm gonna need a new sword. Quick, get the sun right in the corner. Ah. Oh, Wolfie pushed me. Oh, you ruined the perfect shot. Ah. Oh, that was a good one. That's gonna be great. Thumbnail. You're getting a PhD, you're never going to leave the academic environment. You're securing your permanent status in it. I know how these things work. No. Ah. Okay. How about I try to get out of here in a safe manner. What else is new or up? We've been slowly introducing Juno to the cats upstairs. Like I got home from a pretty long walk today, which on the walk saw Bald Eagle grab a very large fish out of the water, too large for it. And then it was up in a tree above the walkway, and then it was like holding on to the fish, and then it dropped the fish. And I didn't stick around to see if it went back after the fish. The fish was dead. But that was some nature. The crows were like swooping it and attacking it, so it was perturbed. But yeah, like got back from a walk today. It was kind of a long walk, so Juno was super tired, but brought her upstairs. Peepers is kind of extremely cautious. Niblet was just going to go right up to her, but we kind of stopped that. But Niblet, like, laid down and kind of chilled out, so I think they're comfortable. There's certainly times where Juno just does not notice the cats, but then there's other times where she, like, tries to avoid looking at them. Because she knows not to mess with the cats. But she's been a good girl. It probably helps that she's been here for many years and is probably used to their smell upstairs and on everything. So there's that. The Volvo's been acting up again. It's not losing any more coolant since I got the new coolant tank in there. But it's back on its stalling at idle. It's throwing codes for running too rich and math sensor McGubbins. So I took out the math. I cleaned it again for the second time. And today it was running fine-ish. But I still ordered a brand new one. Even though I'm not fully convinced that that's what the problem is. The math. MAF. Mass airflow sensor. Well, that's an interesting problem to track down. It also has a turbo. I don't know what the symptoms of a turbo going bad are. I think usually it's like black smoke out the tailpipe and stuff, and it's not that. I've never had a turbo car before. Turbo car! Sluggishness, general malaise, loss of appetite. I mean, the reason I ordered a new map is that I had it running yesterday when I was trying to track down the problem, and I disconnected the sensor, just like the sensor plug. And then it was fine. I'm assuming then it just like runs the engine at its like default settings. And then I plugged it back in, and then it was again. I'm hoping that means that that's the problem, but as many internet forums have shown, it could be many things. Could be a vacuum leak. The PCV system on these engines are apparently particularly finicky. And it's still, and even more so, doing the clanka, but that's a transmission a well-known transmission thing, which sounds like a real pain in the ass to do it yourself, so I feel like I might want to try to find a shop to see what it costs to have them do it. What's the red block? Oh, that's clay. The red is clay. I can't see any right now, but since when have you had a Volvo? When did I get that? Last September, October? An XC30, or no, an XC30, an XC70, CX70, XC, you know, the cross country. I sold the Nissan pickup truck in favor of something a little safer and lower to the ground so Juno can get in and out easier. Why don't you pull out every wire and build a new harness? Oh, yeah, that's the other thing I worry, is the computer that's just interpreting the numbers wrong. Of course, as a 2005, it's still a 20-year-old car. Not a 32-year-old car like the Nissan was, but... I know, right? It's like the same year as my last Cavalier. I think it was a 2003, but... I think I already mentioned how we fixed the hearse. That was pre-internet outage days when we mentioned that. Any strong opinions on electric cars? No. I mean, I do follow a lot of like car things on Instagram and stuff, and I do find it very cringy how some car guys, or whatever you want to call them, are very like anti-electric car, like, you can't do this at a Nissan Leaf, or they'll never take my gas from me. I think that's very cringy and dumb. I mean, of all the problems, well, sort of problems I'm having with the Volvo, electric cars are certainly simpler as far as mechanically. Maybe not computerally, but mechanically.
Glory to you and your house.
Indeed, 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 Kurt, indeed.
Indeed, Polyshoe. Thank you for 11 months in the subtub. Subtub! Oh, there it goes. I knew it. If I could get an electric car, if I could afford an electric car, or any new car, I would get an electric car. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pro electric car, but I also know that it's not the one and only solution. To global warming and emissions. I do think, like we've mentioned before, they've unfortunately in the market been positioned as like luxury. And that's why there aren't many affordable ones that people can use, like regular human beings can use for their day-to-day automotive needs. I also think hybrids are great. I mean, yeah, there's so many, like, there's so many arguments that everyone has in their back pocket. Our electric grid can't handle it. Charging infrastructure. We should, all these big companies sure are ready to start building their own nuclear power plants and oil-burning power plants to run their AI data centers. But to do the same, to electrify the transportation system would be balderdash, I say. So yeah, there's so many things you could have in your back pocket to be pro or con about it. But yeah, the solution is we all, whether it's electric or gas or diesel or hybrid or whatever, we all need to start driving a lot less. Like, that's like the main thing. And it's the one thing that we're not gonna do. Because the whole society has been built to the benefit of cars and car manufacturers and selling gas and oil. And the road and infrastructure industries and all that stuff. And by, like, driving less, I'm not, like, meaning, like, oh, consolidate your trips, but, like, we should all be driving, like, 80% less. Like, if you drive 1,000 miles a month, which is, I think, the average, we should be driving 200 miles a month.
An anonymous user gifted a Tier 1 sub to Isalen.
Anonymous gifter, that's 3 months of a gift sub to
I don't know what to
Isalen.
say.
Thank you very much.
I'm touched.
You're both touched.
TTT Tonebreaker.
Tonebreaker. 78 months from Panda Power. Tub, thank you very much. So anyway, yeah, and that's as a start. That's as a start. How much we should be driving less. To even, like, think about making a dent in the emissions and global warming, which transportation in and of itself is what, only 30%? 40% at most of global greenhouse emissions? So anyway, yeah, I'm not as, like, hardline, like, petrol head sort of. I don't even like cars. Like, there are, like, there's like you know, cars and coffees and like cruises and stuff, and they like are on like a Sunday and they're like, let's meet up at 8 a.m. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't like cars that much to be getting up at 7 a.m. on a Sunday.
An anonymous user gifted a Tier 1 sub to New Kim All.
Another anonymous gift sub. Hold on, I need this. Whoa, careful, Wolfie. I get sliced. So yeah, anyway, I went off on a tangent there, but that's what this whole series is about. That's what happens when you get me stable internet for 1 hour and 9 minutes. I don't even like cars, man who made a whole podcast and segment of his life and personality cars. See, I don't think I made my personality cars. I know you're just making a joke, but if anything, when I am around like car people, I feel the most out of place. I was the normal. I was the normal on the podcast. I was the... There's the engine. Woof. Ba-ba-ba-ba-doo. That is something I want to like make a car haters car club. Not really to like actually start a club, but just to like have a sticker. Like one of those like vinyl stickers that you see on all these like tuner cars and stuff. With their car clubs or, you know, whatever crazy script font that's like locally hated or whatever. Look at that lava fall. That's a tall fall of lava. Whoa. Antisocial social club. Is that a thing? Is that maybe where I got the idea? In my mind, I'm thinking of like the No Homers club. Locally depressed. Yeah, that's kind of one I want to make too. Locally adored and appreciated. Anti-car car club? No, I think Car Haters has a, like, nicer ring to it. Oh yeah, the internet tech guy was asking, like, again, he didn't really follow Kurt J. Mac, whoever that is. But he's like, are you like the Safari Explorer skin? I don't know who he was thinking of. Is like Paul Sora's like an Explorer skin? I'm like, no, I'm the definitely legally different from Doctor Who David Tennant skin. That is kind of Paul Sora. Yeah, that's probably what he was thinking of. I didn't know at the time. I was trying to think of all like the Mindcrack people's skins. I'm like, I don't think there's any explorers in there. I'm on the Council of Farlanders. Kneel down, sir. Boat hand. Fixed. Oh, that's the other thing we were doing. Speaking of boat hand, cutting down blackberry bushes. I'm all look like I got attacked by a series of cats. But no, it was just blackberry thorns. Oh, speaking of cars, the one of the pickup trucks has eat its pants in that it's coolant. I'm pretty sure it's the water pump. So we've ordered water pump, thermostat, and radiator hose. So I think that's going to be something I'm going to have to do as part of my farm job. Blackberries are pretty good, but they're invasive. They're dreadfully invasive. They spread like blackberries. Get everywhere. You tried turning on the truck on and off again. I try to stream on Twitch when my internet has allowed, but welcome. But yeah, blackberries are kind of a huge problem here in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know if you know. It's nice to go blackberry picking, as long as you find a spot that's like not at the side of a road or like somewhere that gets herbicide sprayed. Herbert sighed. What's the percentage of the journey? 80%? I mean, there are people who have some knowledge and some accurate estimates. But as of the last F3, which is coming up a year ago. I think it was 79%, wasn't it? But yeah, probably more than 80 at this point. Which is the same percent as what we need to start driving less. If you do get to the Farlands by foot, will this be the most impressive gaming achievement ever? Yes, it will be, because definitely nobody else, multiple people definitely haven't already done it before me. Totally, definitely. And I've also never died in the game. And I have Wolfie. As far as 88 viewers are concerned, yes. Ah. Oh, fine. That's close. Oh, he is so close. He's right there. Hello. Nobody else built monuments either, right? Or published their overviewer map. Or got their picture awkwardly taken for the Guinness World Records. Or took 14 years to get there. Yeah, I do think about, like... I don't know what people expected me to do. Like, try to race. The other guy. When I heard about it. That would have, like... I suppose I could have, but that would have definitely been the antithesis of, like... what we're doing. People just expected me to give up and stop and go get a real life and job. Right, and I don't mean you, people who are still watching this. I mean, like, when there was the big hubbalaboo. I mean, I have no ideas or opinions about anything in particular, but in particular this. A couple of the council members of the Farlanders actually helped us here. Helped us make the code that fixed the jitters and fixes Wolfie glitching and dying in walls. So I certainly can't write off any of them. You get car sick watching? Ever consider fixing the floating? I mean, we could. And like I said, we did. We fixed it for the falling sand glitch, and we fixed it for Wolfie's movement. But at this point, with how far we've gotten, I feel like it's part of the series. It's just part of the show. And I realize that may or may not be detrimental to viewership. But it's just, it's the aesthetic, I think. Just like I'm not gonna update to a current version of the game and use a Farlands mod or something. Side sleeping. There we go. I added one more night just for you. And we got it.
Finally, side sleep in.
I'm taking advantage of all this internet. If there was a way for me to make sense of these streams... Oh, I was going to make that jump, but I didn't. As a podcast, I would, but I don't feel like that would at all be fair to people who listen to the podcast, to just, like, have them listen to this this streaming audio. Oh, it's flowing lava. Interesting. Thought it was a lava pool. Whoop! Dang it. No! Dingus didn't have to follow me. That could have been bad. There was a little waterfall in that cave that he decided to, like, go deeper into after we fell in. As dogs do. I would like to say oogity boogity. That's all. Have a great night. Oogity boogity. Let's go racing.
This is a momentous day. You and I have just taken the first step towards ensuring peace between our peoples.
Pack Rat! Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. That's kind of who the internet guy reminded me of, honestly. Was Pack Rat.
Timo Warner gifted a tier 1 sub to Oogity_Boogity.
Oogity?
They have given 711 gift subs in the channel.
711? 711. Look at this. What is numbers? Precious? Oh! Now that might be the thumbnail. Never forget, 711. Alright. You crazy, Minecraft. Oh. Okay. Let's go to 711 for a snack. and a a fizzy energy drink. Excuse me. Energy drinks. I hope we get an outro ghost chunk. Yeah, I know. It was kind of weird. Getting that one, then the main spawn chunk. And then our internet went down. It was the spawn chunk that took our internet down. Cursed architecture. I mean, true, my internet, the disconnects in my internet were as random and unexplained as the ghost chunks are. My eye. Allergies. Ooh, excuse me. It's gonna be a warm weekend here. I don't know if it's supposed to get to 90, but I think it's the 80s. Could plant some of my tomatoes. My tomato plants. They like heat. Because I didn't expect the internet to stay up, so I didn't make myself any tea. That's the problem. $2 a.m., 3 a.m. Do I hear 4 a.m.? Anybody at 4 a.m.? You got 5 p.m. 9 a.m. What are you in Australia? Have a boat? Ah, I don't have a boat. Oh, PM. I see. I see. Bamboozle, eh? It's 8 on the East Coast? God, time is weird. Like, the sun isn't going to set for another 5 hours here. I think that has a little bit more to do with our latitude. Longitude? Latitude? Whatever. More like our attitude, am I right? Put a torch there, I did. Alright, Wolfie's sitting. Let's build some beds. Go to sleep and back up the world. See where the save is at. Oh, so close. 76,995.76. It's a palindrome. It's a palindrome, everybody. Don't ask any questions. Oh, mushrooms on trees. I get it.